Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, JC, and welcome back to my channel once again, and welcome to some DLC 1 resistance footage on Call of Duty World War II. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's been quite a bit since I've done a really chill commentary like this, and mainly I wanted to talk about zombies while showing you guys multiplayer footage in the background, because let's face it, you guys aren't subbed to me for multiplayer. You guys might be interested in seeing the gameplay, but you guys want to really hear me talk about zombies because that's my specialty. And to be quite frank, I really don't do commentaries enough on this channel, and they're really chill, and I think you guys enjoy it when I do it, so here we are. So before I get into the zombies talk, let me just start off the video by saying this video is sponsored by Activision. They didn't pay me, but they did give me the pleasure of coming out to a DLC 1 event in LA, and it was actually really cool. I'm honestly really thankful for that opportunity to go, because at the end of the day, I know I'm a Treyarch fanboy. I cover Treyarch mostly more than anything else, but we do talk about World War II zombies on this channel, and I really like World War II zombies. I love the characters so far. I love the tone of the story so far. It's very interesting to me, and by far my favorite zombies that I've ever played other than the Treyarch main series. But yeah, in terms of the event though, it was pretty cool. I hopped off my flight in LA and I went to this hotel, which was very nice and very chill. And it was actually really funny because the hotel service for each of us that checked in, I guess they just knew that we were all gamers and we're all doing something with Activision. I'm not entirely sure, but they gave us like a goodie bag when we checked in. And it was really funny because they literally just gave us like 2 cans of Mountain Dew, and me and Chopper and Noah were talking about it. We're like, what kind of stereotype is this? Like, legit. We walk in, we check into the hotel. They were very nice. We got, you know, some bottled waters in there too, but it was just really funny. They just gave us some Mountain Dew because they just assumed that's what we like because we're gamers and that's what we're doing here. I guess just staying up and drinking Mountain Dew and playing some Call of Duty. But other than that though, the event itself was actually pretty cool as well, because not only did we have a really chill hotel and I got to meet a lot of other YouTubers that I've always wanted to meet before. I met Hutch and I met Pomage. If you've seen this gameplay right here on screen on the new map Occupation, which is the Resistance remake in this DLC from MW3, you'll see that Pomage is on my team, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a battle. It was a battle being a zombies YouTuber and fighting Pomage every now and then, but it was so freaking rewarding though to just snipe this man's head in the game or just destroy him at some points, and also really funny when he just destroyed one of us as well. So like, just overall, all the people there were super nice. All the people I connected with were super nice. I was almost a little starstruck because all these people, a lot of these YouTubers that were there, I used to watch when I was like 11 years old, I feel like. I used to watch Hutch so much back in the day. I used to watch Nobody Epic so much back in the day, in the MW3 days actually, and it was just so cool just meeting them and knowing that I was at the same event as these guys. I've worked hard on my channel, we've worked hard on this channel, and we've just come such a freaking long way, and I really appreciate that, guys. I cannot stress that enough. So yeah, I kind of got off topic, but the event itself, after we all met and everything, the next day we went to this World War II aviation museum, and it was really cool because where the capture event was actually in a hangar where there was a lot of other World War II planes and just so many different World War II things that it was just, it was a really cool experience. I'll just leave it at that. If you see some of the pictures I'm putting up now on screen, you'll see that we had a good time there. Me, Chopper, and Noah, they're the main 2 I hanged out with the most there. And it was just a good time. I'm not gonna lie. It was a good time. So again, can't thank Activision enough for that, for the hotel, for the plane ride, everything. It was a really good experience. And although I had to miss a couple of my college classes this week to do so, it was totally worth it. It was absolutely worth it. And I really hope you guys enjoy these sort of chill commentaries and the first look at the World War II Zombies map on Monday. We didn't get to play the World War II Zombies map that much, so hold your horses. Don't do that thing that everybody's been doing where they say that we've solved the Easter egg already in our capture session when we only got 40 minutes to play the map. And trust me, 40 minutes to play the map is absolutely nothing. I barely even found the box, all right? There was barely anything found on our run. Don't worry. The Easter egg is still there. It's still there. But alas, I know we're like 5 minutes into the video, but I really wanted to make these sort of commentaries on these multiplayer maps something a little different from everybody else because I just didn't really want to post raw gameplay with no commentary on it, and I didn't want to talk about the multiplayer maps too much because I know that's what you guys aren't subbed to me for. You guys probably play World War II and you want to see the footage, but you don't really necessarily want to have my opinion on it because I'm just not super skilled in multiplayer like I used to be. I've played multiplayer since the very early days of COD 4. I'm not gonna lie, I can tear some people up in multiplayer every now and then, and you will see in some of this gameplay on at least one of these maps that I'm gonna post that I actually do tear some people up. And it was a lot of fun doing that with the zombies crew too. Sometimes me, Noah, and Chopper would all be on the same team, and Greg, and we'd just destroy the other team, and we're like, God dang, the zombies guys, we have some skill. We have some skill. Calm down, Pamaj. Calm down. But yeah, for the later half of this video, I want to do sort of like a little Q&A from you guys because I asked on Twitter for you guys to ask me some zombie related questions. So we're still talking about zombies in a multiplayer video. I know it's crazy, but bear with me. You guys asked me some questions because, let's face it, I always ask you guys questions, and I want to do sort of zombies Q&A for myself because a lot of times you guys don't know certain things that I want from zombies or certain details that, you know, I would normally never talk about unless you guys ask. So here we go. Near on Twitter says, what would be the one map you'd play if you have a short amount of time to kill? Honestly, I think this is a pretty easy answer for me. But every time I play zombies, just no matter what I'm doing, if I want to just play a quick game that I know it's not going to last super long, normally I play Shangri-La every time. I know you guys know that I love Shangri-La to death. I love that map. I love the environment. I love the Easter egg and everything. But that map is truly a great small amount of time. Like if you don't want to play for a very long time, Shang is the way to go because let's face it, you're just going to die really early if you're not too skilled. And if you are skilled, it's got to take a lot of concentration for you just to make it far. And if you want to just play for fun and run around the map, it's a challenge and it's really fun to do so just if you want to play for like an hour or two. If you don't have a lot of time, it's a great one. I'm not gonna lie. Vincent says, any development you wish to see for the World War II zombies characters? If anything, I think this is a very important question because World War II zombies, the storyline, a lot of people aren't hooked on the storyline yet, but hopefully as the DLCs go on, there will be hardcore fans of the storyline, and I think that has a lot to do with character development. So if they can have more character development in these maps, and I think I heard something on Twitter recently where Cameron Dayton was saying that each map is going to be specific to one character's story in a way. Like the first map was about Marie, and the Darkest Shore could be about another character. We really don't know what that character is yet or what the storyline entails in that map, but I really just want to see hardcore character development. I guess my answer is I want to see development. I really don't know exactly what that would be, but I just want to see some backstory. I want to see something about these characters that gets me interested because Marie's about the only one that I like. Like all the other ones, you know, David Tennant, he's great. Like I love him as an actor. I loved him in Doctor Who, but we don't have a lot of storyline on him. At least I don't think so. So it'd be nice to see them say some more stuff other than just saying curse words every time they get hit by a zombie. I would love to hear them really talk about what's been going on in their minds on this journey. So I'm excited for that. We really just have to wait and see. Cameron Kraft says, what's your favorite memory of playing zombies? This is a tough one. I mean, obviously I have a ton of favorite memories on Black Ops 3 because that's just where my channel grew the most, and I've met so many friends on Black Ops 3, and EU4C is a huge one, and ZWC is also a huge one as well. Those are so high up there in my mind. But if you're talking like OG zombies, I just remember back in the day of like Black Ops 2, me and my friends from school, I believe it was my buddy DC, my buddy Hunter, and my buddy Ian, and I think there was somebody else, maybe like my buddy TK or something at the time. Like all of us, we really loved playing Mob the Dead forever. We just played Mob so much more than any other map in Black Ops 2. And one of our favorite things to do was go down in that sort of cage area next to where you input the numbers. And that was honestly like my favorite place, just to get all four of us and just stand our ground in that cage. And we called it the Rage Cage, actually. So if you ever hear me say like, I love the Rage Cage challenge and I want to do the Rage Cage challenge on Mob the Dead, and if Mob the Dead ever comes back in any way in the future, I'm definitely going to be doing that because that was my favorite thing to do on Mob. It was just a really fun holdout spot because if you get run over by the zombies, that's it. You're effed. That's it. You're just absolutely effed. If you all have golden sporks and you're all in the cage as well, it's just a really fun time. So honestly, I suggest trying that. If you want to play Mob at some point and you want to play it with your friends, just try it. Get in that cage, you know, where you get the part right next to the numbers, and it's so much fun. It's great. Ed says, do you want the Shadowman and the Apothic Ins to return in BO4, or would you prefer they focus on other enemies? I'm going to give you a really quick answer. I really think that these enemies like the Shadow Man and the Apothic Ins, especially the Apothic Ins, are here to stay. They've just done so much with them in terms of the story and lore of the game mode that I just don't see them just leaving the game now entirely. I mean, they are the enemies of the game. The Apothic Ins are everything in the story now. The Keepers, the Apothic Ins, the Shadow Man will probably come back. I have no freaking clue, but we killed him, I guess, but he just seems like such a big villain, and it was just very unsatisfying the way we killed him as well, that I don't know, like it doesn't feel right for that to be the end of the Shadow Man. And Dr. Monty is still in my mind probably the Shadow Man, and they're probably the same person. Like, don't quote me on that, but there's just a lot of quotes of them being like the same sides of a coin or something like that. Or I think there was a quote about Dr. Monty. He was talking about splitting a worm in half, and honestly, that just screams to me that they may be related in some way, or the exact same person, just different sides of the same coin. And that's just my personal theory in my head. I don't know, but yeah, I think we'll see them 100%. All right, and our last comment comes from Wario, who says, what do you think Treyarch can learn from Infinite Warfare and World War II in terms of mechanics, features, etc.? And also, I'm just gonna quickly say an answer to this as well, because I cannot show you guys over 10 minutes of footage on this map, so I gotta be quick. But I personally think the biggest thing that I like about World War II is just the amount of customization that you can do going into a zombies game. Like, we've had gobblegums and stuff before, but this is the first time we've actually had perks and different classes for going into a zombies mode, and I really like that. I think if anything, I want to see more customization from Treyarch, or more perks and just different skill sets that you can put on your character when you start into a game. And that's pretty much it. I will probably develop that idea further in other videos, but that is it, my friends. Thank you guys so much for all the questions. Stay tuned for more Q&A stuff on the other multiplayer maps coming your way very, very soon. And also, The Darkest Shore coming your way very, very soon as well. And this has been me, JC. Hope you guys have had a terrific weekend so far, and I will see you guys on the next video. Have a good one.